Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of Super Soldier Talk. I'm James Rink. It is October 26, 2016. At least here it is in North America. And it might be a different day where Peter is, and Peter is on the line. And Peter works for the ACIO, which is the Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. He is the director of Division 12. I hope I got that right. And his role is to monitor the extraterrestrial presence here on this planet as well. It appears he monitors timelines, and he has access to certain databases that not even the other intelligence agencies like the CIA and NSA have access to. And I believe the ACIO is a division within the NSA. So he's the real deal, and he has information today to share with us about. Well, we're going to explore some of the extraterrestrial presence. Some of the questions were submitted by the audience members, and I want to thank you for submitting them. And if you have any other questions for Peter, feel free to put them in the comments section for the next video. But I really would like Peter to give us an update from 2 weeks interview ago about the clone super soldier army. That was 145,000 clone units were being generated every 45 minutes. So, Peter, are you there?
So, hello to you and hello to all listeners. At first, we are not working with any other intelligence or security agency all around the world. That's first. We are completely independent, and we are not financed with any army or I don't know, like private sources. We are financed by inventions we gave to people, because I'm pretty sure that our listeners know that many inventions, all so-called inventions, are not from Earth, inventions given to us in last, let us call it 60, maybe 70 years, or something like that, and so that's the first thing I need to correct. And just in order to answer your question, technically the situation is like, okay, they are waiting to them. It's weird situation, because it is like two big armies are waiting who will first start the fight, right? And nobody want to start a fight, and because super soldiers their mindset was made not to attack but to defend. Yes, actively defend. So yes, of course, fight, but not attack as first, right? So it's just a little bit weird for us. The army is extremely growing. That's the thing. And we don't know the outcome, but we can be happy that nothing big happened. I mean, that nothing didn't happen, because sometimes it's better, right? This option. The situation is that real deal about emergency, is not only in US. Right now it's in Europe, and weird situation is going on in test sites, test areas in vast Australia inlands. I mean, like inner lands, and we noticed that, and many people they've got big ranches, you know. They are simply their property. I mean properties. They were taken, you know. And it is like, okay, this is my property, and this is like the cattle, all the cattles, all the horses, all the sheep, because in Australia there are like 24 millions of people here, and they are like approximately, I don't know, like 50 millions of sheep. Practically everything what's on the property, yeah, everything is just taken, right? It is no longer your property once it is taken from you. And it's weird, and there is no logical rational explanation to do so. So it is uh, very similar experiences people taught us from Europe, especially from Western Europe, right? So it's spread it all around the world. It technically right now it's worldwide spread it, right?
Yeah, who's taking these properties?
Special army units. Oh no, I don't want to say army. No, military, because army it's army, you know, but it's military, special military units, uh, for emergency purposes. It's official reason, right? Emergency purposes, but nobody knows who exactly they are, what's the emergency purposes, or maybe what will they be, or something like that. It's very, very, very weird. It's very odd, you know.
Yeah, so are these the same reports of UN soldiers in the woods, like near Wisconsin, the border of Canada? Have you heard
Yeah,
reports
yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, that's true. They are making some terrain research, if you wanna call it that way, because they want what's they are calling it, ideal places. They need all variety of surroundings to test their devices, in order to test their devices. And it's crazy, because people believed authorities all around the world. They believed authorities so much that they are like, okay, okay, just do it, you know. Even I knew it, but last few weeks it's extremely, it's crazy. The confiscation, how they are taking so much the guns from people with no particular reason all around the US. But for example, in states like Florida or Texas, where there was like, okay, absolutely, practically absolutely no problem for carrying a gun. And right now, they are just taking it for no particular reason, no, with no, like no crime history or something like that. And it's like, okay, and why you are taking my gun from me? And it's like, okay, this is not your business, you know. It's
Mhm.
crazy from my point of view.
Okay, so,
and
oh, go ahead.
and people started to think, aha, this is not okay, this is definitely not okay.
Well, I was wondering if you go back to these troops. So these UN soldiers in the woods, is this part of the cabal, or is this that super soldier army, the
It's
clone one?
technically they are super soldiers from Monarch.
Oh, makes sense. All right. And what about the location of where these soldiers are grown? Because someone wants to know if they're grown on Mars or on Earth.
No, no, the base was settled on Mars, but the situation is, as I mentioned, this in a previous interview. the base was settled on Mars, but they teleported it to one of layers of not inner Earth but onion Earth, as I like to say it, onion Earth, right?
Interesting. All right. And also, mathematically speaking, there should be about close to 70 million soldier clone bodies now over the past 2 weeks, unless that rate has been increased. So with so many,
They need as many as possible, right? They need, and they created a special layer of this also called onion earth just for them, okay? And they need not tens or hundreds of millions, no, they need billions of them.
so the rate is probably increased from 145,000 probably.
Yeah. They need extremely amount of
Are
them.
are they
Extreme.
using replicator technology to?
Yeah. Replicators. Yeah,
And
they are using replicators.
so when
Yes.
these troops are made, are they actually like in a tube under stasis, or are they actually roaming around in a facility doing training missions or whatnot?
No. Once they are, if we wanna call it that way, ready to go, they are going to training. But do you know what's the main problem? That all these trainings are on our surface. And we don't like it. And that's the reason why special military units just confiscating all the properties all around the world, and especially in Africa and Latin America. It's crazy.
All right.
What do
Well,
you think? Why did they made agreement, a peace agreement? I mean the government and FARC in Colombia, because Colombia was one huge uh, battlefield, and now no more battlefield. Okay, but battlefield between FARC and Colombian government. I mean Colombian army. Sorry, my bad. But now it's free, all free. It's free. It's like a jungle for. It's free a room, free jungle for their training camps. It's crazy.
so maybe that's one of the reasons why they like all this conflict, is so they can train their super soldiers.
Yeah, but now they wanna to shift it to another level, whole another level, and it is like, okay, we need to stop the war between a Colombian army and FARC, and we will do our own trainings, our own training camps.
Does that mean the cabal is going to be shut out of Colombia and the drug trade?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It will last a few years, but it will stop.
And
Yeah.
they can also go into Afghanistan and clean up the heroin trade and maybe cut off.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, um, someone wants to know, are we going to have a negative timeline merger? Because it sounds like that this invasion was from a negative timeline. Is that the case?
Sorry, negative. You mean like
A parallel reality?
our negative mirror, if we wanna call it that way.
Okay. But it seemed like the Nazis were going to invade us. So is that our negative mirror?
But that's the
The
thing.
Nazi timeline?
From my point of view, Nazi reality isn't bad. I was there, and everything worked perfectly fine. Nobody was. How can I say that? Nobody was poor. Oh, I got that. There was no poverty. Even people doing the ugliest stuff, they've got plenty of everything.
So did everybody live in large houses, mansions, basically?
Not mansions, but in at least in 3 or 4 roomed flats, you know, or something like that. Everybody have very solid like middle class cars at smallest cars, and middle class cars, yeah, maybe for people in US and Canada they are small, but for people in Europe they are like normal cars, right? These cars they don't need oil products anymore. They was able to get the energy from the sun, the light collectors, right? They were covered by light collectors. So I don't want to say that I adore Nazis and all kind of stuff, but this reality, I mean, how it went in that in
Well, what about like third world nations? Did they eliminate starvation?
what.
Third
No,
world
no, no, no,
nations
no.
in that
Once
timeline?
again, no single one. There was no third world. There was no poverty, no starvation, no nothing. Right? No nothing.
Because I guess everybody had replicator technology, even in the poorest,
No,
poorest of the
no, no, no,
poorest.
no. Once again, people get paid because they work. And there was no, that's the thing, maybe the main reason why I really liked this reality there, because there were no extermination camps for Jewish people or for gypsy people, and they wanted to kill us, I mean Slavic people, right, as next step in this reality, in the reality when they won Second World War. There was no extermination. There were no extermination camps, nothing like that, right? Nothing like
Did they
that.
even intern the Jews, put them in the camps to just
That's the thing what I'm trying to say. No,
okay?
no, no.
And what about in the United States? They intern the Japanese.
That's the thing. All the states, everything works as, how can I say that? As it was. Only with one difference. The states was able, no, was the states was allowed. That's the term. Was allowed to have their own police, but not secret police. What is like intelligence agencies, if we want to call it that way, and no army, right?
Well, what about an
And
MIB?
the world was separated. No, Italians, because it was Rome, Berlin, Tokyo axis. They have nothing, but the world was militarily separated between Third Reich, what means like Nazi Germany, and Japan Empire, right? But another things worked perfectly fine, right? And that's the thing, that they are not bad from my point of view, right? Because they just need to pay what they get the debt for winning the world war. But from my point of view, when I am seeing all the starving people in not only in a third world, but I mean developing world, but in Western world too, right?
Yeah, that's true. Starvation exists here
From
too.
my point of view, when I was there, because I was infiltrated there, they, there is better than ours reality. If you like it or not, I'm just saying my impressions, personal impressions, and that's the thing. There was no opposition of something, because they don't need to be vulgar or something or to government, because everyone, there was plenty of everything for everyone.
So there
there
was
was no there was no need. Nothing.
There was no talk in the United States to dispose the Nazis and return the Republic.
That's my question. Why? Why? Because there was no poor people. There was no poverty. Look around you. How many people are so poor? And in their plan, in their reality, there was no
Mm,
poverty.
I was.
And that's the thing, my friend. People go to shifts, not 12-hour shifts, but hour 12-hour shifts, only 6-hour shifts. It was split it to half, and our 8-hour shifts to 4-hour shifts respectively. If you have normal work, I mean, like how can I say that, 5 days per week, and the weekend. 1 week you go to afternoon and shifts, and 4 hours, and another week to morning 4 hours shifts. It's perfectly
Mm,
done.
and I'm sure they probably have more advanced technology like computers to fill in
Yeah,
the
and that's the
labor
thing. The
shortages.
the wages, earnings were low, but the prices, they were like, okay, what can you do with I don't know, it was like 1.5, maybe 2 grands. I mean 2,000s, okay. What can you buy for it? And I was like, what? I was total amazed by the prices.
So what would be the equivalent of the minimum wage? In the United States, the minimum wage is roughly about $11 an hour, U.S. dollars. I don't know if you convert that. In the other timeline, what would the
You mean 11, but are you sure? Because in California, what is
yeah,
which
well,
is the
it
state?
varies. Yeah, it varies from region. Obviously, in California, it's probably closer to 16. But
No, it is 10.
uh, uh, well,
You
the
mean
official, but
average
unofficial
or
in
average?
some
You
municipalities,
average?
it's
No. You mean average or minimal?
y- y- uh, basically
Because minimal in California is 10 right
mhm.
now. I know that.
Yeah. When I say minimal, I mean the minimum that the businesses are going to be able to hire you. Because even though it could be $10 by mandate by law, nobody's going to. They're probably going to at least give you $11. Is what I'm trying to say. The industry
Okay,
average
it is, for
minimum. Mm.
example, it is like for two, from two, it was like 4 grand, because you and just try to uh, get it as you and your wife or girlfriend, it doesn't matter, go 500 per week, because it is like they copied it from Britannians, like, okay, not per month but per week, okay. And they can have what was that, they were they've got 2 children. What it was like, 4 roomed flat, really big one, 2 cars, and they went 2 times per year for 2 weeks to, I think, really good vacation. One was to the mountains, to go skiing and all kind of stuff, and the second one was to the sea. I mean, to beaches, and all kind of stuff.
Wow. So
But that's the thing. I am talking about people with absolutely minimal.
so
This
it's
wasn't
pro.
standard. It was absolutely minimal what you can get. And when I opened the fridge, it was full. It was always like to explode. How big
Well,
it was.
you say this as if you actually have a residence over there in that timeline where you live.
What do you mean,
A,
residence?
a house. Do you actually
No, 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 no,
own a
no.
house
I
over
was
there?
talking about about the flat, not house, flat. But I am talking about
Mm.
this like minimum. like total minimum,
So it's probably at least 4 times the minimum wage here in the U.S.
Yeah,
At
because
least
it is
that.
not about how big, how high is minimum wage, but the prices, they are extremely low. It is like 2 or 3 grand per month. I mean, it is like 2 or 3 thousands, but the prices are extremely low. It
It,
is total crazy. It is like, for example, they were what, 4 or 5, yes, 5 Reich marks, right, for one cycle, because the car, they were electrics, right? But do you know what's
and they
crazy?
run off free energy.
Yeah, free and energy, but still they need to be, how can I say that, the battery uh need to be recycled. And for five Reich marks, and it will last 10,000 miles, you know 10 approximately, it's total crazy.
So the battery technology is a lot more advanced.
Yeah,
What do they
because
have, replicators?
this battery is like accumulator for energy. You will go via solar panels,
Hmm.
but this battery should be like, restarted or something like that every, and 10,000 miles was the worst cars you can get. Worst. I mean, like, I don't want to drive with that shit. It's not
What
good car,
and
you know?
how much would one of those worst cars cost to purchase?
Yeah, okay.
Do you
Worst,
recall?
five.
Five
5,000.
5,000, and typically you make $500 a week.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yes. Not
Okay,
typically. No, no, no. As a minimum. As a minimum.
a 10-week salary. Okay. Um, Interesting. So, why doesn't the has the ACIO considered actually going over there, purchasing one of those cars, and transporting it to this reality and giving a
They don't
prototype
wanna
to Elon
allow us.
Musk?
They don't wanna allow us, my friend. They don't wanna allow us. The oil lobby. We tried to do so. They don't wanna allow us. Oil lobby.
Seems like they should have bad karma for all this.
I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I just want to say that uh I hate the system for what the ideology, for what they did in our reality, but in their reality, everything worked perfectly fine.
Okay. I wanted to ask another question about the Nazi reality. Um, there are some people who have claimed, I think Larry Solars, he claims that he was sent back in time to the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War, and they actually inserted spies or informants in the Confederacy Army to give bad information to the generals so the South would lose the war. And he said that most of the timelines show that the South actually won the war because they had more industrial technology and the Rothschilds were backing them. So the question is that the reason why the Nazis would have won the war in World War II? Is because the North and South were split? Do you know if that was the case?
Uh, that's the thing. They were not split it, nope.
Okay.
But that's the thing. They never, how can I say that? They never attacked, not Russia, Soviet Union, because there was the pact, the agreement, Molotov-Ribbentrop, pact of non attacking each other, and they, believe it or not, in this reality I am talking about, they really keep the word. They don't. They never said. every any single panzer or you know like fighter or a jet or something like that, you know, it's very weird.
Hmm.
They don't need to because they've got very good support from oil field in North Africa. But then happened something crazy. They go to this breakthrough. Ha! Look at that. Sahara, the free energy. And they don't need any oil anymore. You know, they don't need it.
So they could
And
build the salt.
all of their military technique ran on free energy. You know?
So they could turn the deserts green by converting seawater into fresh
Yes,
water and
that's the thing.
irrigate the
But
Sahara.
that's the thing. Especially energy from sun and all of their military technique ran on free energy. That was the main reason why they won the Second World War, right?
Yeah, that's true. Hitler, he had access to, they could make their own fuel. Even they didn't necessarily need free energy. They could manufacture their own oil. Is what one of the things they were doing. You don't hear anything about that nowadays. You hear, oh, we got to go, pump the oil out of the ground. We had the technology to manufacture it. Apparently,
But that's
affordably,
the thing.
they
Why,
don't even do that either.
they will do it
Mm,
with so low power efficiency engines as normal engines. I mean, like diesel and gas engines are.
that could
Once
get like what,
they
500
they've
miles a
got,
gallon.
sorry.
They get about 500 miles a gallon. Some of these ultra efficient diesel um,
Yeah,
engines.
but I'm talking about one battery cycle,
Hmm.
and they can run over all the planet. I don't know how many times. It's just it's crazy, you
So
know.
do these batteries have to be recharged after say 100 miles, or is it a full 10,000 mile charge?
Several hundred
Oh,
thousands of miles, because we are not talking about normal, I mean like car-ish technology. We are talking about military technology, which is, you know, like much more, I mean higher advanced than normal technology.
wow. In the Nazi timeline, are you familiar with the term ARN?
Yeah, it's a special organization, right?
What is that?
They are doing researches. They are doing researches hmm, on fields like, how can I say that, uh, of free energy fields. I mean like doing the all the engines, if you wanna call it that way, even more and more effective, right?
Okay.
And of course, they are in contact with aliens. I
Yeah.
mean, it is something like really badass reverse engineering.
Now, does ARN stand for Aryan Reich Nazi Party?
And that's the thing. It's only official cover up because people they don't need to know what they are doing, you know, because it's secret. It's they've got two divisions. One for, if you wanna call it normal, I mean for common people, stick technology tech, and second one for military purposes. And because of military purposes, it's like politic party or something like that. Simply total crazy, nothing to do with real deal stuff, you know. But it's just cover up, cover up agenda. But
Okay.
yes, it is true.
Did Were the Nazis able to develop and use the Heisenberg device, which is the atomic bomb? It's their version of it. The Manhattan Project here in the U.S. Is
No, no,
that what?
no. They don't need to use.
Well, after the war, to end the
No, no,
war,
no,
did they
no, no,
use it?
no. They don't use any atomic bombs because they rule the world.
Well, how did they
And
get the U.S. government to capitulate and give in, surrender? Did they have to?
that's the thing. Very easy because they. How can I say that? They invade U.S. By land. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Wow.
And they've got so much power, and they've got in our, how can I say that, in our plan, in our reality, uh, Hitler turned against Stalin, or vice versa, if you want to say it that way. But in their plan, they were allies, if you want to call it that way.
So that was really the nail in the coffin was when Hitler turned on Stalin.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They were allies in this reality, in the Nazi reality, right? Because in this reality, they turned against each other. But in
Well,
their reality, they were allies. Their mutual uh, enemy was, like U.S., and they don't want to go so much damage, to US. So technically, US was something like communistic, not communistic, socialistic countries, because communism never was, in any part of the world. They were ruined after Second World War, they were ruined, and they
the
needed.
communist countries were
Yeah, I
devastated.
mean, no, no, no. Communist countries, they were ruined after Second World War in our reality. But something like that happened to US in Nazi reality, right? And US, they needed something like, there is Marshall Plan, and there was a Heisen Plan, right? Robert Heisen.
What was that
Uh,
about?
he's some German scientist, genius one. He's economist, and he restarted economy of US after Second World War, right? Because US was totally ruined. There was, everything was just ruined, right? And Russia, they were, I mean, Soviet Union, sorry, they were like very strong, extremely strong partner, side by side, Third Reich,
So did they get rid of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, that part of the
But that's my
philosophy?
question. Why would you, for example, tell shamey things to Führer, for example, what is like leader in German language, right? Once you will have everything. There is no reason, no rational reason to do so. So they don't stop. They don't like, this is not okay, this is not okay. No, everything works. They just made few, uh, few death penalties, few per year, not just random people, just like okay, this is a crazy crime, he will be or she will be like example for another people not to do so. And nobody was, even in mind, they haven't it even in mind to do crazy stuff. But people, once again, they it wasn't in their minds, because everybody was satisfied. They've got plenty of money, plenty of food, plenty of clothings, you know. There were free rent cars, you know. I mean, free energy cars, you know. Everything was perfect.
Well, in this timeline, we have something, the Montauk Project, where they send people back in time to change the timelines. Well, do you think the Nazis in this time, in that parallel universe, are sending spies and agents over here to manipulate us as well, to be more like them?
To be perfectly honest, I think that if we, and it doesn't matter if we will be ruled by Nazis or any other, how can I say that, elites, if we wanna call it that way. I am not talking about rules, basic rules about freedom of speech or blah blah blah. You know, no. I am talking about the system we are living in. Our day-to-day life reality, daily reality, and this daily reality is bad for us, for common people, and their reality, day-to-day life, right, is much better. Once again, there is no poverty. There is no poverty even. There is no third developing world. Nothing like that, right? So that's my question.
Do,
Once again,
well, do they
I am not adoring Nazis. I am telling that system,
do they even
not
have?
philosophy, not philosophy,
Yeah.
okay, but the system they created there. It worked and it is still working perfectly fine. So that's my question. Why do we not tell, okay, screw philosophy? I don't like this philosophy, but hey, look at that. Look at the system which is working. But they don't like it. They don't want to do it. The
Who's?
elites, the
Oh,
elites,
on our timeline,
yeah,
because
they
they'll
don't want.
lose their control. They enjoy their power they get from it.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
But
Because
even but the
my friend, we visited them and asked them, screw their philosophy. We are not enjoying Nazi philosophy too. We in ACIO, I mean, right? Screw the philosophy. Just copy their system, which is working. It's perfectly fine. Nobody is in a need, right? And they told, but we need the power. And I was like, what? And I witnessed that with my own eyes and ears. It was total crazy.
so were these people also in charge in the Nazi timeline in
No,
power?
definitely not, because these people they are full of hunger of power, right? This is it why they don't want to copy, once again, not philosophy, but the system, right?
Yeah. And do they have a secret space program, or is it probably not secretive in that other timeline?
Not secret. No, no, no. They've got that's weird. That they've got no secrets, like no secret government projects, no secret space programs or something like that. That it's, just a little weird philosophy for me. You know, I mean, there is this also called Übermenschen or something like that, like people being above. But once again, it is working in their reality.
So
But despite of it, despite of philosophy, they they weren't during Second World War in, and they still are not, extermination camps, and they are making no differences. If you are a Hebrew, if you are Slavic, if you are black or Chinese or Japanese, no single difference. If you are able to work manually, okay, you will be manual worker. If you are smart, okay, go to school, you will be useful as economist, as a medical doctor, as engineer or something like that, you know. And they, the elites who are ruling this world, they don't want to do so. And we are, I need to say it that way, you maybe want to beep it, we are pissed off at you know, at ACIO,
Yeah.
that
Well,
they don't want,
isn't there
because they are simply, you know, they are too proud of themselves.
isn't there
I mean the elites.
isn't there some kind of universal law that basically states that any system that is out of balance is returns back to balance eventually? Is that
Yeah,
will
yeah,
we see that
yeah.
here?
The transformation from our dimension to 5D. Yes.
Why don't you now? I'm glad you brought that up because you shared with me a story before we began about something that recently came up. Am I allowed to say this? You want or you? Why don't you share what you saw?
It's special MyLab file. Yeah, it's or respectively MyLab files and MyLab videos, right? It's you know, like big amount of them, and they are few people going to this big hall, big room, very big room, like hall, through a very long corridors, and they are here concentrated, confused. What's going on? They never saw each other, never. And then after few minutes, once all of them are in, right? After few minutes, then came two people on scene. Uh, First is very old man. He's like 70, maybe 70s or in his 80s, and young woman probably in her 30s, right? And they are ordering these people, but the the most weird thing is that they are ordering them, but not ordering regularly, like you need to do so, you need to do that, and something like that. It is ordering, but how can I say that? But very pleasantly, very kind. Do you know what I mean? It's really weird for me. And all these people know what they should do. It's for me it's very weird. Huh.
Okay,
And
so this is like
this,
maybe another parallel reality or bubble. You said a cosmosphere bubble.
yeah, if you wanna call it that way, yeah.
That's where all this occurred.
Yeah. It's for me, it's weird.
Hmm.
Everything is weird.
So all these, so this ring came out, and something was inside this ring, like
Give
this
me a
glass.
sec.
Oh,
And
sorry.
after that, they just, you know, just with the, you know, with the uh, uh, clap with the fingers, and the big ring came out, right? You know,
Right.
and after that, very weird stuff happened, that uh, they started to make extremely fast movements, right? And start to connect start to connect the dots and these dots are people, respectively specific places, and I need to tell a very important and interesting stuff. This man, he's dead right now. Uh, the man, I mentioned two people, right?
The older man who looked like in his
Yeah,
80s.
older man and young woman. Uh, uh, you know, the man looks absolutely the same, absolutely as Leonard Nimoy, the actor from Star Trek,
He played
very well
Spock.
known,
Hmm.
and he also appeared for few episodes in French. And this young woman, she looked absolutely the same as actress, the main character of French, you know, Anna Torv. It's absolutely crazy, you know, and they were acting strange, but in this strangeness, the weirdness hmm, of their behavior, despite of it, they calmed the people, all the nervous people down, right? And people suddenly knew what they should do. It's weird. I never saw something like that.
What these two, this older man and this woman should do?
Yeah, I mean,
And
like, I'm not talking about both of them personally. I am talking about this particular situation. It's very weird for me.
and was there a letter on the ring? Like I think you said a G.
Yes,
Does that stand for Saint Germain?
yes.
So why was Saint Germain involved in this?
That's the thing. Uh, they don't wanna to talk about that, and I want to make some connection with Telltale Game, what is another gaming developing studio working with all type of disclosure. They made very interesting and important game, Life is Strange, talking about mixing of timelines and the breaking the time structures. And before this game, they created another game called Wolf and Among Us. And then there in the game there was a phrase when something was strictly prohibited to talk about. The phrase was the lips are sealed. And when our agents asked them, both of them, the you know specific questions, and they were separated in separated rooms, and even isolated rooms, at least we believed that, until we experienced this very weird phenomenon, uh, that the rooms were isolated via uh, telepathy, right? But once they asked them, I mean, our agents asked them about specific questions, both of them just uh, 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 took their pointing fingers on their right hands, gave it gave them placed them to the mouth, right? And after for a few seconds, and after that, like, psh, the lips are sealed, they
My lips are
use,
sealed.
Yeah, the lips are sealed. They technically use the same phrase. It's really weird. I never experienced with something like that.
And you said I was in this. Oh, wait, this was a video that I was supposedly in or something?
Yeah, you was in a very similar room, but very small room. The same shape, everything was the same, but it was very small, right? Very small.
Uh,
It was like I don't know 20-25 square yards.
and so
So
what?
not big, not big.
Were you there too?
Nope.
So what?
I only saw the video.
Now, so what was my purpose of being there?
Uh to connect these dots, these people important for this plan, for plan of building strongest gateway to 5D.
Hmm. And do you think Saint Germain has a plan in all this? Is it a part in all this?
I don't know. I can only guess, and I don't wanna to guess
Yeah.
on public, right?
Well, do you even have a file on Saint Germain and the ACIO?
I don't wanna to talk about it publicly.
Well, can you okay? But he does exist. He's a real person.
I know, but it is, I will use the same phrase as they used. Psh, the lips are sealed.
All right. Well, can you also mentioned something about these three side effects? Something about your skin is burning. You see these colors, different
Yeah,
color.
yeah, yeah. It's many people experience. I talked about are they've got hidden memories. These memories are from time and space. We are calling them, we in ACIO, we are calling them time chronospherical bubbles. And before you go to this bubble or bubbles, right? If it happened more than one time, what particularly will, trust me. And there are three symptoms. Very weird stuff. You can experience all three of them, any kind of combination of two of them, or only a single one of them. Uh, from 10 to 20 seconds, see very like blurry fuzzy image, and all colors will split to three basic colors. What means red, green, blue, yellow very seldom, but maybe, or seeing with no colors, what means like black white, but not black white ish, but spectrum of black light, black white, what means like a black white movie, right? Something like that. uh, Second one is hearing really bass, I mean like really low frequency hum from inside of your head. And third one is burning your skin as like a hell, and this from 10 to 20 seconds, and after that feeling extremely tired. You are technically forced to make blink of eye, and in this momentum of blink of eye you physically are taken away, and you can live years, whole years, or whole decades away. And in this uh, system of existence, you will be not aging. No single any special second extra, and you will be like open your eyes and everything will be perfectly fine, you know. So this is maybe the one of possible explanation why so many people have so weird feeling.
Is that the Mandela effect or deja vu?
If you wanna call it that way, yes, but it is only partial one, you know?
So why are so many people noticing the Mandela effect in the past few months?
What do you mean exactly by Mandela effect?
Well, the Mandela effect is where people recall certain events that are different than is being recorded in the history books. For instance, some people recall.
Yeah, you mean like that. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the thing. The answer is very easy because it is actually the truth. They are seeing, they are seeing other realities.
yeah, that's what I always thought. So why are people seeing these other realities? Is it has something to do with CERN?
Nope. With our transformation with our transformation to
5D.
5D. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what the purpose of the Shiva statue is in front of CERN, and what the statue is there for, and what it?
Yeah, they are trying to do crazy stuff. I mean, like open the gateway portal, but we can be okay because nothing is happening and nothing will happen. Trust me.
Okay, is that
I mean
another?
nothing bad. I mean nothing bad.
So is that the cabal trying to do some crazy stuff there? Maybe trying to preserve their power base, time
Yeah,
travel.
they are trying to do so, but it will never happen. Trust me.
All right, well that's good to hear. Um, and how does a person try and make contact with other dimensions if they so desire?
It will be weird. Trust me.
Maybe what meditation, remote
Yeah, but
viewing, astral
I
travel.
strongly don't recognize.
Recommend it.
Don't. Uh, I strongly don't. Uh, I think it's not good idea.
Why?
Because people can be not okay with that.
What kind of people? What are you talking about? Who's not going to be okay with it?
People with weaker psychic.
It could damage them, or they could get
Yeah,
trapped.
yeah,
Okay.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Right. Because I went to another parallel reality where there's unicorns, and a unicorn graciously gave me one of its horns. So is it wrong to take things back? Not that it's obviously an
Definitely, it's
astral.
not good idea.
Oh, so maybe I should return. It's not. I mean, it's not here physically, but why? What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. It's way too crazy, trust me.
Okay, so don't do that anymore.
Yeah, because it can cause the whirlwind.
The what? What wind?
Whirlwind.
Where wind?
Yeah, something like tornado, but tornado of time.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't strongly don't recommend that.
okay. But is it okay to just go there and interact with these beings? Communicate with
Yes,
them? Okay.
but still it's crazy still.
All right. Does the ACIO have something similar to the Yellow Book?
Yeah, why?
Uh, I don't know why. Somebody wanted to know that question. Uh, so, and I guess the Yellow Book is what when you look into the future, is that or maybe the past as well?
It's I think that we should make a special show about what time is and what time isn't.
So,
Because with time it's very complicated. What time is, what time isn't, and all kind of stuff. It's not good idea.
all right. So the ACIO, I mean, the Yellow Book has to deal with time itself, the fabric of time.
I know, but that's the problem. We should to talk about time and to time another time.
All right. Do you know anything about symbols that are natural? I guess like um, maybe like a mole or something that was put there by other entities, engraved in their skin. Maybe it looks like a star system, perhaps.
Yeah, I know.
So
Trust me.
so that does happen, and why would the ETs do something like that?
It's a kind of communication, of their communication.
All right, because and it's not just natural marks. It could also be because sometimes I get laser cut marks that look like a triangle or three different dots that are in a triangular configuration. And I know we mentioned this one time. One was a heart on a Valentine's Day because there was some kind of gray that had I don't know, romantic interest in me. Um,
Yeah, but that's the truth. What the heck should I talk about?
yeah.
Once
Um,
it's happened.
okay.
They've got feelings too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've also been hearing a lot of owls outside my house. Is that I mean, I'm assuming that's
No, no,
natural,
no, it's not natural. They are incarnated in the owls.
what? Oh, so they're probably grays.
No, not grays. Many different races can incarnated into owls.
Okay, so just okay.
They do you know why they love owls so much?
No.
Because they can fly. Two main reasons. They can fly extremely silent, and it's at first, and at the second, they can turn their heads 270 degrees.
Yeah, not many beings can do that. And I also want to mention before I forget, I believe I actually saw Lincoln Clay the day after our interview last week, and I was at the grocery store and he was dressed up as a sheriff. So
And
um,
he so big
yeah,
physically?
he looked about at least. I mean, I guess you said 6'4". I think he looked a little bit taller than that
Yeah, yeah,
as a black guy. Yeah.
6'6", something
Yeah,
like that.
he said hello to me. Now there is a cop at this particular grocery store, but it's usually the same person every week. I've never seen this person there before, so I was just curious. Do you think that might have been Lincoln?
Definitely yes.
Okay, well, I guess he was.
He wanna just say hello
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right.
because he told me that he visited you, but he wasn't sure if you will remember him.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Of course. So, yeah.
It's weird,
Well,
you
well,
know.
so
Everything of this is just a little bit weird.
yeah. So what does he have? A bunch of sheriff uniforms hanging around in his closet somewhere, or is he what? He
Yeah, yeah,
replicated it?
yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So where should we take this next? I got a lot more questions. Here's a good one. Do you know who is behind all these clown attacks in the woods? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, 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 of course.
Uh,
Let you guess. Let you guess.
well, from what I've been told anyway, it's a underground base where they are shooting up people with some kind of virus or maybe a femtotech, and they're converting into clowns, and they're total robot slaves, and they're doing these. They're trying to get children to go down there so they can get more people to convert into clowns. What
Yeah, yeah,
do you think that's
it's
true?
true. Yeah, it's true.
Well, so
But
how
it's
did all
weird.
this start?
Do you know why it's weird?
Yo, what the
Uh,
hell
Because
is that, bro?
how many people will believe that clown
Yo,
can
no.
harm you? Nobody.
Yeah,
Bro,
so
y'all playing,
message
bro.
is, kids, don't go out in the woods if you see those clowns.
Nah, bro, let's go
Yeah,
out there, dog.
that's true.
And do you think they are also going after adults as well, trying to convert them into clowns?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, shit.
What's
What
being
the
done to
fuck,
get about
dog?
this? Where's Lincoln? Why don't he? I know he wants to. He's anxious about using those soldiers.
Trust
What
me
the
that
fuck,
if
dog?
the super soldier army,
What?
if they will not
Nah, bro.
in being involved
Come on,
already,
bro.
it will be much worse. Trust me.
Oh, so they don't want to get involved
What the
about
No, no,
this?
no. Once
Let me talk.
again, they
Bro, let
are
me talk to him,
already
bro.
involved.
Let me
But
Oh,
talk to
once
him,
they
bro.
will be
Let
not,
me fucking
it will be
shit,
much,
bro.
much worse.
What the fuck, bro?
all right.
What the
Well,
fuck, y'all?
hopefully that will come to an end soon.
Oh, shit.
All right. I guess okay. So the next question would be, um, have you seen Russell Crowe's UFO pic near the Sydney Opera House?
Once again, it's I know what it is. It's Solipsy Ray starship.
And those are the Greys. Another,
No, no, yeah, 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 yeah,
or they
yeah.
look like Greys, I guess. Um, and he also claims that if you zoom into this photo, you can see what looks like three Greys. So did they actually land and walk around?
Yeah, but it's nothing special from my point of view.
Oh, well, it's special in Sydney. I mean, I'm sure that doesn't happen too often, or maybe it does. Does it?
Yeah, but once again, it's nothing special.
Okay, all right.
From
So
from my
there you
point
have
of
it.
view, it's nothing special.
All right. Oh, somebody wanted to make an update about the Commandar. And again, that's a being that typically doesn't visit his planet. Somebody got to see one,
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
and he said
Uh,
it was the day after we did our presentation. You talked about it. The Commodore showed up again, and he shook this guy's bed, and he didn't say any word. But he's going to take your advice and learn some Sumerian language. So next time he turns up, he can talk to him.
yeah, they are not bad. They just wanna talk.
Okay.
Share the info.
Well, don't they have trip seats and they can just download English language? Why does he have to learn Sumerian?
That's the problem. They are way much too proud to learn any other languages. Yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy.
All right. Do you know what Skyline Programming is?
What do you think? Huh? Because I know. It's total crazy.
Does it have to do with parallel reality where there was Skynet and the Terminators?
Yeah, definitely yes.
So that does exist. And that movie is an accurate representation of what happened.
Yes. Yes.
So was the AI actually go around and
But
kill people?
good AI if you wanna call it that way.
So the movie didn't. The movies are not based on the total truth, where because the AI was actually good. They didn't kill people. They
Yes,
exterminated them.
that's true. That's true.
So what
But you
happened?
know they don't want to tell whole truth. It's not so easy to tell whole truth, you know.
Right. Well, so what happened when Skynet became activated? What did the AI do?
The AI have different program in our reality.
Different program.
So it will become self-aware but serving us, not make us any harm.
Oh, so what is Skyline programming? What is that? How does that is that even relate to this reality, or is it another parallel? Is it only affects another parallel reality?
Once again, not affect, not F if infection, but affection. Affection in good way.
So it's good to have Skyline programming.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all you individuals out there that have that, consider that a good thing. Um, but chances are you probably won't even remember or know you have it.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
Okay. What is level 4 Stargate program of the Galactic Federation? Or it might be Confederation. I think there's a difference between the two. But do you know anything about level 4 Stargate program?
Yeah, but that's the thing, because it's just a little bit more problematic to talk about that in our reality when they are not connected to our system, because we've got certain specific system of thinking, way of thinking, and level 4, okay, uh, even level 1 shouldn't be active in our system. Very easy. The explanation why is very easy. Okay. Uh, level first. I mean, my bad. Level 1, first level. Okay. It's about 3 strings on DNA. Second level, 6 strings and all kind of stuff. And 4 levels. I mean, sorry, my bad. Fourth level is about all 12, I mean 1 dozen strings. Actually, we've got long, very long time ago in our DNA. So I'm just a little bit impressed why the listener, where the listener have the idea from, and how did he get to that. But I mean, I'm happy that he gave the question, or she, I don't know,
Mhm.
but it will not work. I mean, it will work, but once we will have all the other 10 strings activated, because now we have only one, right? Sorry, my bad,
We're
only two.
we're at level 2 Stargate program. All of
Who?
us, all people on planet Earth are level 2.
Oh, definitely not. It is
2 is 6
only.
strings.
Sorry, what?
Two, you said 2 was 6 strings of DNA is level 2. So
What?
we don't have
Once
6.
again, you need to have 3 strings for one level. So we are not already in level 1, right?
Oh wow.
Because it is like 3 strings for level 1, 6 strings for level 2, 9 strings for level 3, and 1 dozen on level 4.
So how do we get to level 1? Is that when we go to 5D when we have 3 strings?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um and I guess where this actually came up with the person who came up with this, you already know this individual, Adrian. He was
I know. No,
yeah.
no, no, no mentioning the names. No, no. I mean second names. Just
Uh-huh.
Adrian.
Yeah, well, he was reading my profile, so something about that was connected to me, but I don't.
I know about Adrian. Okay. It's our friend. It's our friend.
Yeah, I was just
I just don't
he
wanna mention the surnames. Okay, it's
yeah
not fair for
yeah.
people.
So I was just curious because that was coming up with me, and I didn't know what that meant. But I don't see how I can possibly have 12 strands of DNA, but maybe another parallel reality, or I think it was actually a future.
Yeah, definitely. It's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently in the future I get recruited by the Galactic Federation or Confederation. I don't know, but I mean that's just one parallel reality. I don't. Anyway, moving on here. Okay, so someone wants to know, was Ireland part of Atlantis?
Actual Ireland?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it's true.
So Atlantis went from near the Bahamas all the way up to where I guess Bermuda is, up to Ireland. This whole that
Yes, that's true.
wow. Okay.
It was set a string of islands. My bad.
Islands.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
All right. Well, how come we don't see any monuments from Atlantis in Ireland? Or
No,
maybe.
no, no, no. They exist. They are still existing. They are only hidden from our eyes.
So
No,
they're,
no, no, no.
well, what are they, in another dimension?
Yes, that's true.
And what do they look like, these monuments, if we could see them?
Like monuments, they are extremely big. And from very weird materials, built from very weird materials, because they are products of reverse engineering.
Have you actually seen these monuments in
Of
Ireland?
course, of course. Not only in Ireland, a whole Atlantis.
But Atlantis is under the sea right now.
Nope. In our reality, yes, but in another one, no.
What is Atlantis? So is that a reality where Atlantis never went into the ocean?
Yes, you are right.
And so what is the present day era like in that reality?
It's weird there because they've got so many weird materials and stuff they can create. It's weird even for me.
Is the language weird as well?
Yeah, very weird.
But
It's
isn't
a
it similar to
mixture.
Greek?
It's a mixture of very, how can I say that, of ancient Sumerian, ancient language of ancient India, China,
Sanskrit.
and that's the thing. Very well pronounced Celtic, what is like base for language, but not for this American and Australian English, but this extremely nice pronounced, British English. It's really weird language, really weird.
Can you speak
And
it?
no, but I can understand.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's extremely it's extremely complicated to speak.
So what do the cities look like in Atlantis?
I don't know. It is like stones. The buildings are from stones, but not from stones. They only look like from stones. The material is like an iron and some plastic, but if you touch it, something like that, like mixture of iron and plastic, or steel and plastic, but look like stones, right? It's weird, very weird. You can burn it, you can technically you can do everything, but you will be not able to damage it.
What if you were to cut it? What if you bring some back and try to cut it with a laser?
No, 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 no. We try to do everything. It's weird material.
You can't even
Weird,
melt
very
it?
weird. Sorry,
At high enough temperatures, it would probably melt.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Because they we pleased them for a sample, and we cut it with laser. Nothing, and even our best lasers we've got via reverse engineering. We tried, I don't know how many, it was like tens of thousands of degrees. Nothing. It can't melt. It's crazy. I don't know.
Wow. So why doesn't will the ACIO be real? Can you replicate it? Do you have the
That's the
means?
problem. We are not able to replicate it because the structure, it's weird. It is like pulsing structure inside. We are not able to take, okay, this will be chemical formula for this material, because it is pulsing. It is pulsing all the time. It's interchangeable. Maybe that's the recipe of their success. Maybe.
Wow. So all the buildings or a lot of the buildings contain this material?
All.
And are the buildings beautiful, astonishingly beautiful?
Very, very beautiful. The lines are not just rough or something. Very nice. It's very nice. All of them are very nice.
Do any of the cities glow? Some recall past life memories where they see a dome of different, like a ruby or a green color over a city.
The most of cities are glowing. Yeah,
And why is that? Why do you think it's glowing like that?
because of the materials.
It's like so high vibrational.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, but not radioactive. Only high vibrational.
So is that the future of our timelines? I don't know, maybe
From my
1,000
point
years from
of
now.
view, I don't want to say it is, but our future, but one of very of possible one with extremely high probability, if you want to call it that way.
How come that version of Atlantis didn't sink into the sea?
That's the thing. We don't know. We only know that it's still above the sea.
Yeah. Well,
I mean about the sea surface.
do you know why Atlantis sunk into into the sea?
Yeah, because they created technology and then don't wanna to give it to aliens.
So aliens did destroy the tectonic strata.
No, they in Atlantis, people created very high advanced technology, and they don't wanna give it to aliens, so they sank it themselves, right? In our reality.
Well, that doesn't seem like a win-win scenario. Hopefully they escaped.
Yeah, they escaped before they did so. They escaped to safe place,
Like
safe houses, if you wanna
The
call it that way.
Agarthian Earth Network underground.
Yeah, if you wanna call it that way, then yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do you think the Agarthian Earth Network is on our side? They're our friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Because some claim that they're manipulating us through giving us false information through channeling messages. Um, they want us to believe
That's
that
the
they're our
thing. That's the
gods.
thing. Some of them, yes, but bad people are on every single organization.
Mhm. Well, if anybody else has any questions about Atlantis, we certainly could go definitely spend a long time talking about that. It's a very fascinating topic. So just put them in the questions, the comments section, and maybe we'll bring it up in a future show. But so I do have a few more questions here. Somebody wants to know what unit you were in Yugoslavia.
Secret unit, will be okay because we are not supposed to talk about that.
Because it's a secret. There, yeah. There
No,
you
I
go.
mean it for real. I mean
Yeah,
it for real.
yeah. Okay. All right. Somebody wants to know what country you are in presently.
Right now?
Yeah.
In Australia.
Okay. And are you still commuting to Area 51?
Yeah, why?
Okay. Someone was wanting to know what you do down there. Are you at liberty to tell us?
Sorry, if I am what?
Are you at liberty to tell us what you do at Area 51?
Okay. Yes.
So, what do you do there?
I talked with extraterrestrials about their technology, and they don't like what we are doing with their technology. They don't like it. They are like,
So, when you say they, are you referring to the cabal here on this planet or
No,
the
no, no, no,
ACIO?
no. I am talking about ETs.
I know, but the ETs, are they referring to the cabal? They don't like what the cabal is doing with their
Yes,
technology
yes, yes, yes,
because
definitely.
they're angry that it's not being implemented.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if it is, it's only implemented in or no, military purposes.
Yeah, right. Or underground bases for the elites.
Yeah, and for killing people and all kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah. Um.
But do you know what's crazy? These elites are so stupid, they are so dumb that these commanders from galactic commanders, she looks so nice, you know. Amara, she's Amara, you know. She's, I don't know, like six, maybe 6'1", 6'2" feet tall. I mean 6 feet 1 or 2 inches, you know. And she's redhead and dark red, and she can kill people with just. And she did so when she was so angry, so pissed off at this elite, and they they witnessed that she killed one of Rothschilds like that, and they were so stupid that they laughed about that because
Wow.
they believed, no, I trust me, they believed that it was a fake, it was a trick, you know, for illusionistic trick, you know. It's crazy. They don't believe that he's dead.
They still don't believe he's dead?
Yeah, he's like, okay, they are like, okay, he's not dead, he is just gone for a few months or something like that. This is crazy.
Well, do you
they are
think
cra- they are crazy
it
because
almost
they are crazy because they think that they are in the middle of everything and they can afford everything to everybody. It's crazy.
maybe they're infected with the black goo from Monarch Solutions? Have you thought of that?
To be perfectly honest, we in ACIO find it as one very good and very possible, you know, like high probable solution. Why they are doing acting so weird?
Yeah. Is there a solution? Maybe the ETs have some technology that could
Yeah.
deactivate all
But
that.
we are still stabilizing the tech.
Oh, because you don't want to be like the Umbrella Corp
Yeah, definitely not.
timeline.
It will be not good idea
Yeah.
to do it.
Um, okay. So I guess I have one more question, and then we're gonna go into the mint tea.
Oh no, what? Minty, we talked about Minty so
You
much.
said you're gonna you're gonna do a full show on it. People are gonna be really disappointed that you don't answer their questions. It's only like 4 or 5 questions or so about the mint tea.
Okay, okay.
All right. Well, now I was, but before I wanted to go there, somebody I asked somebody recently who he claims he works at Area 51. I'm not giving any names out. You probably know who I'm talking about, Peter. Um,
Just give me first name.
his Max. Um,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
he says that the ATOM Corporation is basically running all these secret military projects and the weapons contractors. And so I've done a little bit of digging myself, and it appears ATOM Corporation isn't the one in charge. It's the Scorpion Corporation that's running Montauk, or at least I guess maybe the,
Yeah, but all of them are only cover companies for these four huge uh, corporations.
the Kruger, Shoreline.
Kruger, Monarch, Shoreline, and Ultimate.
All
You
right.
know, and there are two different organization uh, under U.S. government. They are in contact with U.S. government. DOONI, Department of Naval Intelligence, and of course, guess who? DARPA.
Yeah. Well,
DARPA is a really interesting organization.
yeah. Well, DARPA has access through their weapons contractors, but they themselves are not the head of this whole thing. They just sort of
Oh,
just
you
get
will
little
be
trinkets.
really surprised. You
Yeah.
will be really surprised
Right.
how it really works. You will be surprised. Trust
Yeah.
me. It
Well,
is not so. They are like, we don't know nothing, but they know very bad things,
all right.
and they of course they are in charge of you know of many important resolutions,
All
right?
right. Right. I was also curious. Kruger.com, is that the same group as Kruger? Would they even have a web presence, an internet presence? That's
No,
not the same group.
definitely not.
Okay, I was just curious. That was the same company. All right. Okay, so now we're going to the mint tea. So,
Okay.
someone wants to know, is mint tea detrimental to people with liver disease?
It can cure all the diseases, but the people need to be patient.
Okay, and how long would it probably take?
From 1 to 2 years.
Hmm. And basically, it doesn't really matter how much you drink. Just it could
No,
be
no,
like a
no, no,
teaspoon.
not more than 2 times per day.
Yeah,
I mentioned that.
right. That's right. 2 times per day, but could be a teaspoon twice a day. Would that be enough?
No, it should be half pint.
Half a pint.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
Um.
maybe 3/4 of pint if you want.
All right. All right. So everybody, you need to start drinking mint tea if you want to help your problems there. All right. So someone wants to know, will negatives know you are drinking this tea?
Negatives? You mean like negative effects, right? Definitely not.
All right.
No.
Simon Parks has suggested never give away your power from yourself. Is renting out your subconscious doing that? And that's apparently what you claimed is going on with the mint tea. You're renting it out to other beings.
But that's the thing. You are not renting it to other beings. You are renting it to network. And network is not other beings, is being. Network is like a one being. It is like ants. Ants in black ants in forest in in Amazonia. They are like from 1 to 3 or 4 millions in one colony, and they are acting like one huge organism, very well organized organism. And this is something like that, okay?
All right. How do you tell the entities that come to help you what you would like to have worked out?
Nothing. Just open your mind and they will search for you and they will get, aha, this is the thing. What's the problem? You know?
Okay. Um. Oh, okay. So I have one more question here. How do we? And this is not. I guess we're done with the mint tea. Evidently, I guess that's all we had. So, but somebody wants to know, how do we know Peter is not Illuminati? Somebody wants to. They want to know. I guess they want proof that you're not Illuminati.
Yes, I was Illuminati and like Freemasonry and all kind of stuff. There is secret organization, even I don't want to mention, but I wasn't regular, I mean like real member. I was member, but not be as a member, but I was infiltrated inside them, right? For getting information. I was for 2 years.
Oh, so you did it to get info from them.
Yeah, yeah,
All
to
right.
get if as you English speakers like to say, to get advantage from them.
Hmm. All right. Well, so there you have it. Okay. So how are your sessions going with the file?
Good, good, very good. I'm happy.
Yeah, so we're getting near the point where we might be able to open it up. Not yet. So
Not yet, but it will be like 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 more weeks, and we will reopen it.
All
Yes.
right. So someone wants to know, considering how many Milabs are abused, what's your agenda for getting access to your to TIs with your sessions? Are you trying to reprogram us?
Reprogram? No, definitely not.
So you don't have an agenda here?
Yeah,
You do have an agenda.
only
So
only one, only one.
is it a
Help
good
people.
or
Help,
bad?
help people.
Yes, I think a lot of TIs they have been through so much trauma. They have trust issues. I think
To be perfectly honest, I don't care. I'm root honest, right? I don't care if they trust me or not, because once somebody trusts me, okay, we can talk. And once somebody don't trust me, it is not about trusting or not trustworthiness, or not being not trusted, but it is about um I'm here to bring you some info, some piece of info on table. If you like it, then okay. If you don't like it, it's okay too for me. But will it be okay for you once your past will hunt you down? That's my question, you know.
so. If you've been involved in these projects and you decide to, what is it, take the blue
Ignore
pill,
it, to ignore it,
ignore it.
and you will be angry and pissed off at me, and when I am telling people the truth, right? You
Mhm.
people, if you think that you will run away just because uh, uh, you will be pissed off at me, or you will stop talking about it, or maybe even dealing with it, it will hunt you down, believe me or not.
Okay, all
And
right,
it is not a threatening. No, it is not just just telling how the things are working.
right. Okay, so lastly, be sure to subscribe to these videos to this account, and also check out supersoldiertalk.com for more information. Not only this video be posted there, other videos as well. And also be sure to write any your questions in the comment section, and visit neologicaltech.com to support my work. So I guess at this point, I just want to say thank you, Peter, for joining us. And do you have any other final comments before we
No,
close?
I think that we are okay.
All right. So until next time, thank you, listeners, for listening in, and bye bye. Please consider supporting Super Soldier Talk by purchasing your own Neo Meditation device. Your Neo Meditation device will help you reduce stress, integrate trauma, enhance intuition, enhance clairvoyance, and enhance creativity. Get yours now at www.neologicaltech.com.